And howdy, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Wrenches Part 1. I'm apparently in need of making this video for helping some people understand their position, at least in my world. These are the Blue Wrenches. Now, there have been various people who have been moderators on this site, on the Plane Flyer 21 channel, for some time. Very recently, we were making almost everybody a moderator. That was causing problems, believe it or not. So I went back to having only moderators that have read with us, that have read with Plane Flyer 21. Some people apparently take issue with that. They think that they've been around a long time. Well, I can assure you that you are quite wrong. And we'll go through this list of users right now, this list of moderators. There's Mindy Page, Walk Through Torah, Alvina, Colby, Katerina Guerrera, Jimmy from Tucson, Brenda, Lynn, Emily, Beth, Jasmine, Alice, GR, Off Grid Grind, formerly Matthew, Standing and Waiting, formerly Gwen, Melly, Michelle in LA, Stay Strong, Robert Daniels, Yahushua's The Messiah channel, Ashley, Colleen, Fire of Yah, aka Donna, aka D, Painting on Purpose, aka Shannon, Chance Nydecker, and Laura Lee. Most of these people, not all, but most, were studying with me on video, doing Torah portions, back on Google Hangouts, starting as far back as 2015, long before the instigator even thought of showing up. But I have a whole nother video just for them. It'll be called The Blue Wrenches Part 2. Now, to those whose names I just read off, I just got back from an almost 800-mile round trip, doing some ministering, doing favors for other people, and doing favors for yet other people. From far southeastern Arizona, close to the Mexico border, up to next to the New Mexico border, and then over next to the Utah border, and then back down. It's a big state. The reason you're moderators, especially those of you who studied with me back on Hangouts, I trust you. You have my authority with that blue wrench on this channel. If you offend somebody, then they're offendable. If they get offended, we've just been studying that word, then they stumble. It's on them. Peter was offended. All the disciples were offended. And it was not the fault of Jesus Yeshua. They did it on their own. If someone challenges your authority, you challenge back. And you don't even have to challenge back. You have the wrench. Shut them down. I'll deal with it later. But I would like to be able to leave pre-recorded sessions so that I can go do other minister work without having to constantly check my 6 and look at my back. You have the authority. Do it. You may not be around all the time now. And I don't care if somebody thinks, if somebody believes that they have some superiority complex and they're better than you because they haven't seen you around. That's like somebody coming into the chat and telling my wife to get out because they've been in the chat longer than my wife. You got another thing coming if you talk to my wife like that, and you got another thing coming in the Blue Wrenches Part 2 for talking to my moderators the way you did. Their job is to make a safe place for everybody to come study the Word, the living Word. Not to kowtow to someone that stirs the pot every single time they're in chat. Not to cater and tiptoe around somebody who's constantly introducing doctrine from door knockers that has nothing to do with what we're studying. If you don't want the blue wrench, tell me. But I need people I can trust. And you have the wrench because I can trust you. I've known some of you 6 years. I've known some of you longer than that. Many of you have been here since the beginning. When we were doing little studies with 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 people. I would appreciate it if you would stick around, because everybody deserves to learn at the same rate, to learn the same things that we're all being taught from the Holy Spirit, not from some rabble-rouser that wants to be the center of attention, that calls people names, that makes false accusations. But I'll take care of that in part 2. To everybody I named off as a moderator, even if I haven't seen you in over a year, even if I haven't seen you in over 2 years, I trust you. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.